welcome back. I wanted to share something with you. I know I said originally that I didn't start the YouTube channel or the website just to promote tools. It's about a community of builders, it's about getting ideas, it's about sharing my projects with you, getting your thoughts on what I'm doing, and maybe I can help somebody out along the way as well. However, there are certain products that I think are really worth noting, and this grinding attachment from Multitool gets used in my shop every week. I won't say every day, but it gets used every week for sure. I bought this about 17 years ago. I think it was around 2003. Have used it ever since. Have never had a problem with this thing. I've never even replaced the wheel on the end. It's never given me any trouble. So I want to tell you a little bit about it. There's all kinds of videos out there about how to change, well, I don't know if there's all kinds about how to change the belt, but I've seen at least a couple. So there's videos for that, and you can watch guys grind and make knives and shape things. I don't need to show you a whole bunch of that, although I may turn it on and grind a couple pieces here just as a little example. But more so, what I wanted to tell you about is this tool and some things that I've learned that might help you in your decision. Just some things about the tool that I think are worth noting, so you don't have to learn them from experience. You can learn them from me. So what do we use the tool for? We use it for just about everything. And as I go through these, I'll add a couple clips into the video. So, for grinding, obviously, for grinding edges, surfaces, whether it's steel, aluminum, lots and lots of that. As well, shaping. So pieces like the steering box bracket, or not bracket, support for the Fiat, for the race car. Lots of shaping on that, lots of rounding edges, not edges, corners. So lots of different things like that. Use it on aluminum, plastics. The little KZ440 Cafe Racer I built, the seat pan is like an ABS plastic, and the back, we wanted to put an angle on it rather than running it straight out at the back. So to put that angle on, this was the bomb with the flat surface and everything. Just really made it easy to shape that and to get it to match the hoop and everything. So just all kinds of different shaping and doing things, really, really good for that. The assortment of belts is fantastic. There's different abrasive belts. There are 3M Scotch-Brite belts for it. I have a couple here. I have a coarse one that I use for cleaning stuff up. I also have a super fine, and I believe, the green ones are either super fine or very fine. For anybody who's working on motorcycle stuff, lots of aluminum. Super fine, either the roll-lock pads or the 3M belt for this is really, really good. Doesn't chew into the material, really nice for cleaning up surfaces and stuff. And even if you're getting an old part ready for polishing, I've used the belt to take out imperfections and start working my way towards a polished finish. And I'll show you that. Actually, you're probably looking at that right now on Frankie, how we polished stuff up. So polishing, shaping, grinding, just all of those things, very, very good. I will warn you, maybe I shouldn't say warn you, but one thing I've had a problem with is finding belts for this, and even worse is finding this flat disc for the side. And this thing's invaluable, by the way. This is great as well, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But the belts are tough to get in Canada. So Trick Tools in the US has the belts, as does Multitool. And there's a good variety of belts available, as I said, and I got a bunch hanging on the wall here. Here's my supply of belts. So this is the Scotch-Brite, I believe green is super fine and gray is very fine, or it may be the other way around, but great for aluminum stuff. That's my polishing belt, which is pretty much done. I need to get a new one of those. Works really, really well. And this radius is so small, it's really nice to get in tight on some stuff. There's a coarse Scotch-Brite pad, or belt I should say, and again, I pretty much need another one of those. And then all kinds of abrasive belts, 3M Trizac belts, beautiful, do a really nice job. Again, especially if you're gonna polish something up, you're trying to get scuffs and scrapes and imperfections out of a side cover for an engine, something like that, work really, really nice. I will also tell you that when I put this together, when I bought it, I kind of cheaped out. I bought this half-horse grinder, which works for the most part, but when I put a polishing belt or a Scotch-Brite belt on here, it doesn't quite have enough jam, and I usually have to give it a little kick with my hand to get it started. Once it's rolling, it's okay. And when I realized that, I thought, well, you know what? That little half-horse grinder, I'll probably burn that out at some point here, and I'll get a real one. Unfortunately, here we are 17 years later, and I still start it by hand, and the grinder's still working. So it's hard to justify a new one. However, I will tell you, I love this tool so much, use it so much, that I am seriously considering getting a new one with the bigger radius on this end. And if you go to Multitool and look at their web page, you'll see it on there. So it's got a bigger wheel here. This is a 2x36 inch belt. It uses a 2x48 inch belt. And there's some other optional ones as well. I'll let you go and look at them. So that's really what I wanted to tell you. Belts, I haven't found a good Canadian source yet. So buying them out of the US, typical problem for us Canadian guys, is they're a little bit costly because our dollar sucks. So they're a little more expensive for us. I'd like to find a Canadian source, but it's good to know you can get them shipped, quick delivery, it's not too bad. And of course, unfortunately, the cost of the machine, Multitool, great machine, worth every dime you're charging for it, but when you're paying 30 cents on the dollar, 35 cents on the dollar, they do get a little bit expensive. And I don't know of a Canadian source for the attachment. Perhaps Multitool would let me know or make a comment on the video here if there is a Canadian source, but I don't find one on their website, and I've never come across one since Snap-on stopped carrying them. So that's what I wanted to tell you about this. As I say, awesome tool, has never let me down. There's nothing worn on it or anything. I kind of like the new one, has the guard around the back. I could probably use a new miter table there, but it's absolutely fine the way it is. And I do like it so much, I'm seriously considering a second one for in the shop. I'm going to fire it up and just grind a couple things. Now that I'm not going to make anything for you, but I'm just going to show you how it works. And we'll call her good. So again, great job Multitool, awesome product. Five stars from Built Not Bought by Bruce. Don't forget your safety glasses. Gloves are a really good idea when you're using one of these. And long sleeve shirt would probably be a good idea, and maybe long pants as well, but this a piece of aluminum. I'll just see if I can show you the edge there. You can see where I ground, where it's rough. I'm just going to do a piece in here. And this is a pretty coarse belt I have on here now, but you can see it really cleans it up, does a nice job there. This side piece, hopefully I'm still in the picture. This flat wheel on the side is great. So if you're trying to round anything, does a real nice job of radiusing the corner. I can do the other corner there. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Real easy, great product. Can't say enough good stuff about it. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.